Good afternoon. Please be seated. So, I am Andrew Aline, Dean of the College of Science and Engineering, and I have the privilege of welcoming you today. I speak for all CSE faculty and staff when I say that this is always one of our favorite events of the year. Today, we celebrate the hard work, persistence, and achievements of our students. Graduates, today is all about you. It's about what you've accomplished, what you've overcome, and what you are now prepared to do. You have completed a demanding degree in science or engineering, and that is no small thing. You've solved problems that did not always want to be solved. You have pushed through deadlines, learned from mistakes, and kept going. And now, here you are. And to all the family members and friends here today, I want to thank you for supporting your student. I like to say that nobody gets through college alone. You all played a key part in this journey, and you're an active part of this ceremony today. You deserve a special recognition. I would also like to give a special welcome to the members of the CSE class of 1976 who are participating in the commencement ceremony today as part of their 50th class reunion. As you can tell, they and their guests are seated in those first few rows of Section 5 of the arena. It is great to have you back on campus. So, graduates, in a few minutes, you'll become part of a remarkable group of alumni who have made a tremendous impact in the world. CSE graduates have gone on to invent the first implantable pacemaker, the Post-it note, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which I've learned is the most popular cereal on college campuses, the modern disk drive, and many other innovations. Others have become leaders across countless organizations. They've founded companies, served communities, advanced research, taught students, explored space, and helped shape the world around us. And we are confident that many of you will someday make similar contributions in industry, government, nonprofits, academia, or in fields and organizations that do not even exist yet. And that is part of the excitement of this moment. Today, you're closing one chapter of your life, but more importantly, you're beginning the next one. And I want you to begin that next chapter with pride. You came to the University of Minnesota to study science and engineering, but along the way, you learned much more than formulas or laboratory methods or technical tools. You learned how to think. You learned how to ask better questions. You learned how to take a large, complicated, intimidating problem and break it into pieces that can be addressed. And that is one of the greatest gifts of a science and engineering education. It gives you confidence, not because you already know every answer, but because you know how to begin when you do not know the answer. And that matters, because after today, people will begin telling you that you're entering the real world. You know, I've always found that phrase kind of funny, real world, you know? It's like the exams that you took over the last few years weren't real, right? If the project deadlines weren't real. As if the labs and the problem sets and the late night study sessions were somehow imaginary. But there's truth in that phrase. You're entering a new stage, a world that is exciting, fast-changing, and full of opportunity. It is also a world that will challenge you. There will be setbacks. There will be disappointments. There will be moments when the job does not come through. The proposal is not successful. The product flops. Or the path that you thought was so clear suddenly becomes uncertain. And, dare we say it, there will be failures. Hey, I know that might sound strange at a commencement. Commencement speeches are supposed to be uplifting, and I promise I'm getting there. But failure belongs in this conversation because meaningful work always carries risks. If you only do the things that are guaranteed to succeed, you will not discover very much, build very much, lead very much, or change very much. There's a line attributed to Winston Churchill that goes as follows: success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And that is a powerful thought for today. Success is not final. When you achieve something important, celebrate it. Be proud of it. But do not let that success convince you that the work is over. And failure is not fatal. A failed experiment, that's data. A rejected sales pitch, that's feedback. A wrong turn at the end of the road, hey, sometimes it's the beginning of a better one. What matters is the courage to continue. And what I most want you to hear today is this: you already have that courage. You built it as you made it through your courses and realized that confusion was not the end of learning. It was often the beginning. You built it when you worked with classmates on problems that required more than one person, more than one perspective, and sometimes more than one Starbucks run. You built that courage when you kept going. So when that next challenge comes, and it will, I want you to remember this day. I want you to remember this stage. I want you to remember all the people out there cheering for you. You may not remember my exact words, but I want you to remember the feeling. And remember that there is no challenge ahead that you are unable to face. That does not mean that every problem will be easy. What it means is you have the knowledge and the courage to continue. And I gotta tell you, continuing is one of the best superpowers you can have. See, I promised I'd get to the upside. Now, as you go forward, I want you to remember something else. You do not go forward alone. You're joining a remarkable alumni community with more than 600,000 Gopher alumni around the world. 600,000, that's not just a number. That's a network. That's a community. That's a source of advice, encouragement, opportunity, and connection. So, stay close to your alma mater. Stay close to the College of Science and Engineering. This place can be a source of strength for you, and I can guarantee you will always have a home here at CSE. So in closing, I want to state that graduates, the world needs what you have to offer. Your technical skill, your creativity, your judgment, your integrity, and your willingness to keep going when the answers are not obvious. You know, when success comes, celebrate it, absolutely. When failure comes, learn from it and keep going. When the path is clear, you move forward with purpose. And when the path is uncertain, I want you to move forward with courage. So class of 2026, the faculty, staff, and administrators of CSE are so very proud of you. And I hope today you're as proud of yourselves as we all are. Congratulations, class of 2026, Sky Yuma, and go Gophers. And one more thing, as a parent, please remember to call your parents or your people every once in a while. You don't have to talk long. It's just for proof of life. They will appreciate it. I would like to now introduce the University of Minnesota's Executive Vice President and Provost, Gretchen Ritter. As the Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Ritter plays a central role in ensuring that innovation and excellence remain at the heart of a University of Minnesota education. Her career reflects a consistent focus on building strong academic communities, including senior leadership roles at Syracuse University, The Ohio State University, Cornell University, and the University of Texas at Austin. She holds a doctorate in political science from MIT and is a respected scholar of American politics.
Thank you, Dean Aline, for that warm welcome. Regent Farnsworth, distinguished faculty, honored guests, family, friends, and graduates. It is my pleasure to join you today to congratulate CSE Class of 2026 on behalf of the University of Minnesota. Today is not only a celebration of achievement, but of transformation. Over the last several years, you have grown intellectually, personally, and professionally, and you graduate into a world defined by extraordinary technological, environmental, and societal challenges and opportunities. Climate pressures are shifting economies and infrastructure. Emerging technologies like AI are changing how we work and learn. Public trust in institutions and expertise is being tested. In the face of these realities, universities and graduates like you must do more than react to change. We must help to shape it. For 175 years, the University of Minnesota has advanced knowledge in the service of the public good. That mission remains just as urgent today, both on campus and across tribal communities, farms, hospitals, schools, businesses, and local organizations throughout our state and nation. The most important work ahead will happen across professions, cultures, and communities. At the University of Minnesota, students and faculty are doing exactly that. Computer scientists working alongside conservation biologists to combat invasive species. Medical device researchers collaborating with healthcare teams to improve patient outcomes. And engineers partnering with civic leaders to build more resilient systems. Many of you experienced this firsthand through research labs, maker spaces, internships, co-ops, and community partnerships. Maybe that collaborative spark happened in CSE research spaces, studying water systems, nanomaterials, or energy. Maybe it happened while mentoring K-12 students through STEM camps or leading a planetarium show for families at the Bell Museum. Or maybe it was presenting research for the first time and realizing your voice belonged in the conversation. One of today's graduates, who we will hear from shortly, once found herself in a professor's office, moved to tears by a triple integral. A few years and several internships later, she has conducted research at national labs, competed as a Division I athlete, and is pursuing a career in sustainable materials for the future of our planet. What changed from that early office hours visit wasn't that the problems became easier. It's that here at the University of Minnesota, she had access to the power of an excellent public research university and the support of a great community of peers. This is what can happen when you provide an education that doesn't just prepare students to succeed in their careers, though it certainly does that. More than that, this education also equips students to solve the challenges that matter most to Minnesota and the world. Class of 2026, wherever your path leads next, graduate school, the workforce, public service, entrepreneurship, teaching, research, you are ready. Ready because you have learned to work through solutions, and ready because you know how to work alongside others in the pursuit of something larger than yourselves. Those are not only academic skills, they are civic skills, human skills, and leadership skills. And they will matter profoundly in the years ahead. To all of you who are graduating today, congratulations and well wishes.
Thank you, Provost Ritter. It is now my pleasure to introduce one of you, our student speaker from the class of 2026. Lila Branshaw is well played, sir, well played. Is graduating today with a degree in bioproducts and biosystems engineering, along with completing minors in both chemistry and computer science. Originally from Madison, Wisconsin, it's all right, she learned. She made the bold and I would say very wise decision to become a Gopher, despite pressures from her friends and neighbors. And we are certainly glad she chose to join our Gopher community instead. So Lila's time at the university has been defined by a relentless pace, both in the lab and on the trail. Did I mention, while she was doing all that, over 3 years, she competed on the university's cross-country and track teams, all while maintaining a rigorous research schedule in a faculty lab. Her work has taken her across the country, from the National Laboratory of the Rockies in Colorado to Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee, focusing on the future of sustainable technologies and biocomposites. Closer to home, many of her fellow students know her as the manager of the St. Paul Makerspace, where she helped her peers bring their physical designs to life with a hands-on, problem-solving mindset. Lila's honors thesis tackles one of the great engineering challenges of our time: improving the recyclability of mixed plastic waste. She represents the very best of CSE, the drive to understand the world at a molecular level so we can better protect it at a global level. Please join me in welcoming Lila Branshaw.
Thank you, Dean Aline. 4 years ago, we all thought CSE stood for College of Science and Engineering. Now, after 4 years of problem sets and debugging, we know what it really stands for. Caffeine solves everything. But as helpful as caffeine has been, it's not the reason we made it through. That credit goes to ourselves and all the people behind the scenes, namely our families, our friends, our mentors, and each other. Because if there's one thing these past 4 years have made clear, it's that no one gets through CSE alone. My freshman year, I met a girl who never quite grasped that concept. We saw each other a lot in tutoring because we were both struggling in physics too, and honestly, who wasn't? But after running into her so many times, I eventually asked her if she wanted to join a study group I had with some friends. And when I did this, she looked at me and she goes, why would I help other people? I need the curve. That girl isn't sitting here today. She left CSE. And I think that says something about the people who are sitting here today. How many of you are in at least one group chat where you ask and answer questions about homework? Yeah, most of us, right? Because homework is hard. Science and engineering are hard. College is hard. Life is hard. But at least we don't have to do it alone. In my case, all 19 of my classmates in the bioproducts and biosystems engineering major became a constant source of support. And if you're in person, you heard them. We're small but mighty and a little loud. I'll never forget sitting in Rutten Hall at midnight, stuck on what felt like an impossible computer modeling project, when my classmate, who's having similar problems, turns to me and says, "Lock in, twin." And that line has replayed in my head during every exam I've taken since. Whether it was studying together, complaining about tough classes, or just reminding each other to keep going, my classmates made the hardest days manageable and the best days even better. And that's true across CSE. No matter your background, whether you're the first in your family to go to college or continuing a long tradition, whether you came from across the country or across the world, you found people here. You built something here. You created a community that you belong to. And that matters. Because every discovery, every innovation, every step forward in science and engineering is built on collaboration, on people willing to share ideas, to help and to grow together. Consider how researchers at the University of Minnesota invented the Honeycrisp apple, or the seatbelt, or the portable pacemaker. Do you think these were invented by one person and one person only? No. They were invented by teams, communities working together. Community isn't just helpful, it is essential for success. And while we often celebrate community in moments of success, we come to rely on it most in moments of loss. The Twin Cities went through unprecedented events these past 6 months. On January 24th, 2026, Minnesota graduate Alex Preddy was shot and killed by 2 United States Customs and Border Protection officers in Minneapolis, just 3.5 miles away from this stadium. Many of us felt confused, angry, unsafe, and sad. My department's annual breakfast was scheduled for just 2 days after the incident. And leadership reached out to us students asking if they should cancel it. But my classmates told them no. In our group chat, my classmate Ben texted, "We support each other and our community by showing up." And my classmate Deanne responded, texting, "In times like these, the most important thing we need is community." And they were right. Community is more than a place to share ideas or find inspiration. It gives us something to lean on when we can't quite stand on our own. And college isn't the only time we won't be able to stand on our own. So as we step into our next chapters, I want to leave you with this. hold on to your communities. Show up for the people around you, not just when it's easy, but when it's hard. Be the person who answers questions, who offers help, and who makes space for others. Because we didn't get here alone, and we are not going forward alone either. 4 years ago, we all thought CSE stood for College of Science and Engineering. Today, we know it stands for something more. A community of strength and excellence. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Lila. Your messages about embracing community and connection are incredibly poignant for all of us to hear. So again, thank you. Please accept this award in recognition of your achievements and as a token of our appreciation. On behalf of the College of Science and Engineering, thank you, and we wish you all the best on your bright future. Well, it's an honor to introduce the next speaker. He is a local and global leader whose career mirrors the mission of CSE, using the rigors of science and engineering to solve the world's most daunting challenges. Our keynote speaker today is Christoph Beck, Chairman, President, and CEO of Ecolab. A native of Switzerland, he began his journey as a student of technical excellence, earning his master's degree in engineering from the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, a foundation that has guided his path from an engineer to the leader of a global enterprise. Today, he leads 48,000 associates who are advancing Ecolab's purpose to protect people and the resources vital to life. Since becoming CEO in 2021, Christoph has led the company to record growth by helping customers achieve best-in-class performance while consuming fewer natural resources. Under his leadership, Ecolab has set ambitious but measurable goals for the near future. By 2030, the company aims to help protect 2 billion people from infections and conserve enough water to meet the drinking needs of another billion people. For those of us at the University of Minnesota and CSE, Christoph and Ecolab are important partners. For over a century, Ecolab has been headquartered here in the Twin Cities, creating a powerful link between our college and the global industry. Our partnership is built on a shared commitment to breakthrough innovation, and we are proud that so many of our alumni contribute to Ecolab's success in industries ranging from microelectronics to the life sciences. Beyond his role at Ecolab, Christoph also serves as co-chair of the United Nations Water Resilience Coalition and as chair of Greater MSP, working to strengthen both our local economy and global resource security. Please join me in welcoming my friend, Christoph Beck.
Hey, what about another round of applause for Lila? What a story, what an inspiration. The future is in great hands. We were discussing with Andrew a little bit earlier and saying, well, how do we feel about the future? Well, when I look at all of you, I feel really good. I don't know how our generation has been delivering lately, but I'm sure that you will fix most of the problems we've created and build on a few of the solutions that we have. developed as well in the past few years. And I guess, well, that's a bit a day of happiness. That's the way happiness looks like to be in a room like it. We'd love to have more of those days, obviously, around us. So, good afternoon, Dream Class of 2026. What an exciting moment for you, for your friends, for your families, for your community, and yes, for me too. And thank you so much for including me in this very special celebration. And thank you, my friend Dean, Aline, for having me. Graduates, this is a remarkable moment in your lives. And it's also a turning point for the future of our world. You've earned degrees in engineering and science at a time when your skills are needed more than ever. And I know how that feels. I once sat exactly where you're today, not exactly in Minnesota, graduating with a degree in mechanical engineering, full of possibility, facing a future that felt wide open, but far from clear. Now, how many of you feel excited? Yes, but aren't entirely sure about what comes next? Well, I was right there with you. My path to this moment was not at all obvious, and what came next was even less predictable. So just take it easy. I never dreamed of being a CEO, and to tell you the truth, I had no ambition to even go to college. In high school, I worked at a car dealership as a mechanic. That was my plan. Made me happy. Not college, not engineering school. I liked fixing things. I liked knowing that when I did my job well, someone would leave with a smile and could get back safely on the road. I didn't have language for it then, but even at 17, success wasn't about speed or shortcuts. It was about doing the job right and earning trust day after day. I was super happy with that plan. My mom, absolutely not. She insisted I go to college. I'll pass all the discussions we've had at the kitchen table. I didn't see the point. I had even been told science was not even my strength. So why bother? Well, I followed her advice, and I went to college. And everything changed. Not instantly, to say the least. It was a rough start. I actually failed my first year. And that failure forced me to confront myself in a way I never had before. Was I willing to work for it? What kind of person did I want to be when things didn't come easily? That reset changed everything, and I ended up finishing first in my class. But that turnaround wasn't about talent, it was about values. Taking responsibility, doing the work when no one was watching, and learning that winning doesn't mean being perfect. It means doing what's right, especially as we've heard before, when it's hard. More importantly, I learned two things that changed my mindset forever. First, I realized that science and technology sit at the heart of a better life and a better world. And I knew I wanted to be part of that work. Second, I learned that scale matters. How far can the best ideas really go if they never move beyond one lab, one team, or one company? Communities, as we've heard from Laila, an organization take big ideas much further than any one person could ever, making innovation affordable to all and accessible everywhere around the world. College is also where I formed a belief that has guided my entire career. Winning and doing what's right are not trade-offs. That belief shaped everything that came next. During my final years of college and the year that followed, I worked at the European Space Agency on their Hermes Space Shuttle project. It was an incredible experience, and it showed me what's possible when diverse teams from everywhere around the world come together to share a common goal. When that chapter came to an unexpected end, with the sudden loss of my boss, my friend, my mentor, someone I deeply respected, I took the next step and joined Nestle, the world's food company. Not much to do, with space shuttles. I didn't know if it was the right move. But truthfully, I took the job because I needed to pay the bills. But I ended up spending 15 years there and learned what it truly means to operate on a global scale. When your work touches millions of people every day, doing the right thing the right way is not optional. It's part of the job. Eventually, I came to Ecolab because I saw a great opportunity to help build the world's water company, to apply science and engineering at scale with purpose, and to help companies around the world grow the right way while protecting our most vital resource, water. And again, it wasn't a perfectly clear path. I had never been to Minnesota. No one told me about the winters around here. I was joining a company that was 20 times smaller than Nestle, and I was probably the only guy who couldn't really speak proper English, and that's still a challenge for me. But by then, I trusted my values, and I used them as a simple filter and asked myself, will this job allow me to do meaningful work with great people driven by a unique sense of purpose in a way that I can stand behind? That mindset served me well for many years, but about 10 years ago, at Ecolab, I ran into one of the toughest challenges of my career. And that's when one of my mentors shared the most impactful advice I ever received. He said at a difficult time for me, if you want to change the world, you'd better be wildly successful first, because everyone follows winners and no one follows losers. That advice has stayed with me at a difficult time, not because winning is about status. I didn't care about that. It was because if you want good ideas to matter, to scale and reach more people, you have to earn trust through real results. And that brings me to the world you're graduating into today. It feels like we're living in a world of extremes. Extreme good, extreme not so good, doesn't it? Well, those extreme challenges like climate change, social tension, rapid technological change, but also extreme opportunities, extreme passion, extreme hope, extreme good. The question is not whether the world has problems. We all know that. The question is, how will you turn those challenges into opportunities, into a better world? And you're graduating at a moment unlike any other in history. You're the first generation to grow up with the so-called AI, and for shaping whether AI ultimately serves the greater good or not so much. For me, AI is like electricity 150 years ago. I was not there, obviously, but I have the feeling it's going to happen 10 times faster. It's reshaping every career and every life represented in this room. It's changing how we design systems, how we discover materials, and how we solve complex problems. And it's pushing all of us to move faster than ever before. What once took years is now happening in months. But AI has a unique hidden dependency, and you probably see where I'm getting to. It's water. If you gathered all the fresh water on Earth today, do you know how big that bubble, that sphere would be? Well, that sphere would have a diameter of 35 miles. That's the whole Earth water that we can drink. That's the size of Los Angeles, or a little bit the Twin Cities, depending on what you want to compare. So it's not much. So look ahead. By 2030, the world is projected to face a global freshwater gap, the one we can drink, of more than 50% between what nature can replenish and what we need. By 2050, the world will have 30% more people. That's a good news. And nearly 50% more energy demand, all before accounting for AI. So now add AI, which is expected to consume energy equal to the annual needs of the whole of India, and the drinking needs in terms of water equivalent to the entire United States in 4 years. So people tend to talk a lot about the power demand of artificial intelligence, but power alone does not fuel AI. what actually sits at the core of AI's physical infrastructure is water. Water is needed to manufacture chips with ultra-pure water. We need water to generate the power those chips consume, and you need water to cool the chips in the data centers at scale. So power generation itself is the second largest user of water globally, right after agriculture. And this makes the water link between power, performance, and progress. So AI may run on power, but it cannot scale without water. So this is the moment where many stories stop. When limits appear, when people assume we only have two choices: continue as we are and deplete one of our most vital resources, or to stop scaling completely. But for scientists and engineers like us, are limits really stop science, or are they invitation to solve the unsolvable? We can't create more water, but we can rethink how we use it. So how do engineers and scientists eliminate false trade-offs? We start by asking better questions. At Ecolab, we challenged every idea with three simple questions. Is it good for people? Is it good for the planet? And is it good for business? When all three align, momentum builds and progress scales. We call that winning the right way. This way of thinking changes how we approach sustainability, not as something that slows us down, but as something that drives innovation forward. Because the truth is, many of the limits we face today aren't unavoidable. They're designed that way. Again, take water as an example. Today, most industrial water is used once and discarded. That's not unavoidable. This is an engineering flaw. Nature has been recycling water for billions of years. Humans don't. Why that? You will change this. Circular systems will change this. Treating, reusing, and recirculating water to help deliver less waste, lower energy use, and stronger performance all at the same time. That's what it looks when we stop accepting false trade-offs and start designing the right systems right from the start. In 23, I had the chance to speak at the UN General Assembly during the water conference as the co-chair of the Water Resilience Coalition. It was the first time in almost 50 years, which is quite remarkable, that water was on the UN agenda. And standing here, it was not thinking about titles. It was thinking about the young engineer I once was and the responsibility that comes when your decisions affect millions of people that you'll never meet. So I shared a simple but powerful insight. Just 150 companies influence 1/3 of the world's water use. And I shared my belief in the power of collective action. When people come together, when companies invest together, they protect their operations, their supply chain, and their communities, and they help create a sustainable future for the generations to come. I saw that responsibility and that opportunity when I visited a month ago Korea. I spent time with some of the famous microelectronics companies over there. They're growing fast, demand is booming, but that growth comes at a big cost. One partner operates 30 fabs, or semiconductor plants. Each one uses the annual drinking needs of 70 million people. That's not sustainable unless you change the model. So we're helping them shift from 5% water recycling to 100% water recycling. Same growth, better outcomes, no trade-offs. I saw the same opportunity when I visited India 3 weeks ago, where 15% of our phones are being produced. And I've been going there every year for 25 years. And the moment they have is incredible. They're growing fast, but there's a real constraint. Huge population, no water. What could go wrong? What limits their growth isn't the lack of talent or ambition, it is water. So when the factories behind the phones in your pocket reduce, reuse, and purify water, they can build better technology, lower cost, support long-term growth, create jobs, and create a future. That's winning the right way. And this isn't just happening on the other side of the world. It's happening right here in Minnesota too. Let's take the example of data centers, a big hot topic. In the past, we didn't build them the right way. But today, thanks to engineers like you and scientists like you and me, we know how to do it responsibly and effectively. By 2030, 80% of the power in Minnesota will be renewable, the highest rate in the country. And with direct-to-chip cooling, we can tomorrow operate data centers while reusing 100% of the water that's required. In simple words, a data center doesn't use more water than a normal car wash. By bringing renewable energy and direct-to-chip cooling to the forefront, data centers can bring investments, jobs, science, and data directly to Minnesota without compromising people or nature. This is abundance in action. This is our way of looking at sustainability. And growth doesn't have to come at the expense of how we live. When we think circular, we unlock innovation, unleash growth, and make life better for people, the planet, and business. And that's the lesson I want to leave with you today. Efforts like these are not just pilots for goodwill. They're proof that winning and doing what's right, the right way, are not trade-offs. Proof that science and engineering applied at scale and with intent can change the world for the better. So as you start your next chapter, your mission is not just to invent new technology. Your mission is to eliminate false trade-offs as you find them. To refuse the idea that winning and doing the right thing the right way can't go together. To build solutions that move the world forward without leaving people or resources behind. This winning the right way mindset is how we'll advance AI so it works for people, the planet, and everyone else. It's how we'll make AI more circular and in turn use AI to make the entire world more circular. Some of the answers already exist, but many of the next breakthroughs are sitting right here in this room. You, the new engineers, will design the systems that power our world. You, the new scientists, will discover the materials and insight that makes those systems cleaner, safer, and more efficient. And together, you'll turn data into understanding and ideas into impact. So before I wrap up, I'd like to leave you with one final thought. I never really believed in that famous advice to follow your passion or follow your heart, your destiny. What guided me instead were my values, especially in moments where the path forward is not that obvious. Values give you a compass when the map does not exist yet. I never got the job I had planned, not once. But every step taught me something new and shaped who I am today. So be willing to explore, be willing to change your mind, be willing to fail, to learn, and to try again. Today is not your final destination. It is the starting point. So lead boldly. Solve what others say cannot be solved. Build a world where we can care for each other, where we love each other. Build a world where we care about our future and what we leave for the next generation. So as you step into the new world, how will you choose to win? How will you choose to do it the right way? The future belongs to you. So make it great, enjoy the ride, and I can't wait to see the unbelievable impact you'll make. You're just getting started, and the best is yet to come. All the best, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Christophe, for that excellent address. We're so pleased to have such a strong partnership with you and Ecolab, and please accept this as a token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
This is awesome. And now, this is what we've been waiting for. The presentation of the graduates. So, yep. I know, much as you came to hear me, you really came to see her or him. The students are going to be ushered to the stage by a degree program, their names are going to be called, and then they'll receive their diploma covers.
Bachelor of Aerospace Engineering and Mechanics. Will their department representative please step forward? Eduardo Sangalagi. Peyton Kramlich. Mir Majid Ali. Bennett Kofi Kwashi. Tiffany Shen. Maya Nalizny. Ashton Rogers. Nick Gardner. Daniel Dmitry Tereshko. Tyler Zenz. Isaac Hoyt. Morgan Evans. Summer Danae Peterson. Nicholas Evenden. Lainey Oliphant. Toby Roseanne. Owen Carlson. Sophia Nicole Gerasimchuk. Daniel Cocroft. Andrew Stotts. Kevin Smith. Ethan Schroeder. Caleb Utanoer. Andrew Braun. Sanurag Raut. Yael Soto Adolfo. Landon Kranz. Cale Bratton. Dawson Schaefer. Nicholas Tank. Max Douglas Smith. Jordan Garabedian. Cole Monroe. Thomas Herbert. Alexander Kim. Hunter Anderson. Franklin Woolley. John Cronquist. Reese Passons. Cody Benoit. Nicholas Larink. Ellen Jean Froelich. Jocelyn Pruitt. Madhurima Das. Rafaela Goncalves da Silva. Ashton Thompson. Levi Svensrud. Aiden Curley. Lucas Shea. James Kellick. Keenan Raby, Sean Gilliman, Jaden Cox, Radhakrishna Vojala, Lars Eriksson, Pangyang Lee, Amy Dewar, Justin Lancisi, Lonnie Calderon, Monica Robles Cervellon, Charles Ellingson, Alec Olson, Vivek Sudram, Richard Boyd, Alan Tsai, Cassie Benson, Charles Tripp, Santiago Velasquez, Benjamin Steyer, Aidan Burback, Nick Carver, Paramjani, Dalton Smith, Mustafa Monir, Dev Patel, Joseph Walker, Daniel Kermay, Bachelor of Science in Astrophysics. Will their department representative please step forward? Luke Ulrich, Justin Stafke, Jonathan Stacy, Kyle Selner, Stephen Henderson, Seiya Tsukamoto, Asila Awad, Bachelor of Biomedical Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Janita John, Kara Hogue, Anika Blanker, Elise Ozers, Caitlin O'Rourke, Anna Ludke, Allison Marie Kirby, Emily Schwartz, Madeline Hunt, Ava Halverson, McKenna Mikla, Callie Frett, Kiri Karakes, Hannah Khan, Crystal May Getman, Timothy Hassapopoulos, Aidan Staples, Andrew Cow, Ryan Volker, Aaron Lorenz, Michael Rose, Abdul Gadir El Tigani, Rowan Bougie, Sarah Wendorf, Molly Elizabeth Benson, Kaylee Dahl, Ada Lingling, Ellie Thomas, Claire Lodico, Luisa Galant de Oliveira, Caitlin Fan, Viet Kao, Farhan Sheikh, Jonathan Stivell, Sahana Vasudevan, Akarsha Vejupali, Sahasra Padimari, Shalini Jadhav, Joladioluwa Aminu, Zainab Abdi, Kunga Namgyal, Isabel Mos Magana, Caleb Dewberry, Aditi Varma, Emiliano Rosales Ramirez, Catriana Ramoto Trin, Jennifer Cook, Sophia Zafari, Julia Gross, Elizabeth Ngo, Tanushka Samara, Oluwatomisin Oluwatoyosi Ajayi, Nikhil Iyer, Christopher Ho Win, Landon Staffsholt, Noah Roth, Faduma Mohammed, Ayman Hassan, Sophia Lee, Sering Yangdon, Yashaswi Subedi, Kendra Shea, Rebecca Kroll, Jesse Thomas, Yakub Hashi, Yona Katema, John Newbern, Matthew Notaro, Ian Andrea, Theo Stifler, Sukyun Ko, Abdullah Shakan, Bachelor of Bioproducts and Biosystems Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Hayden Poquette, Taylor Turinsky, Sabrina Mueller, Catherine Porter, Elizabeth Luwaji, Edie Bollenbach, Juliana Fiore Goodmanson, Dien Ray Castro, Cameron Borner, Anaga Manoj, Kevin Bourgeot, Alexander Lee, Jonah Zenzik, Padon Kinsley, Benjamin Nolan Weber, Lila Branchaw, Benjamin Davis, Diego Avila, Carter Greenspan, Bachelor of Chemical Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Jacqueline Kelly, Sarah Miza Rahmat, Ayuni Nur Aini Mohammed Basri, Lily Alberts, Samantha Jean Wendell, Ashley Patton, Aquarina Huanca, Hannah Bachman, Muhammad Nazirul Afif Romney, Nina Mir Fakre, Amy Brewster, Judith Jew, Derek Lloyd, Kompel Kumar, Preeti Priyadarshini, Rajiv Vijayan, Smriti Samtani, Hadley Herwig, Ashitha Ajay, Mariam Al-Ghazali, Megan Uni, Simon Yaltison, Mom Le, Wu Sung Chung, Rachel Allen, Ryan William Long, Cole John Harriff, Ian Wong, Elizabeth Klepper, Chloe Poseen, Arjun Sundarajan, Megan Young, Carter Ho, David Mullaney, Gavin Browning, Charles Clace, Andrew Von Daylight, Jacob Nelson, Mason Hammer, Alec Benioff, Jeremy Libby, Donggun Lee, Liam Dean Milby, Daniel Reyes Gomez, Akir Batidor Porcel, Cyrus Watrin, Madeline Leon Michelson, Sarah Lee, Zach Jensen, Jenna Muth, Cooper Timmerman, Evan Daniel Havrish, Aidan Aldinger, Alex Williams, Barrett Torkelson, Rayan Pack, Grace Heineke, Maria Alexandra Costa Vasconcelos, Lillian Hayes, Lauren Stinchcomb, Emma Lynn Hahn, Lily Aldenderfer, Mason Molina, Carter Bauman, Nasser Al-Khattani, Paulo Rivera, Campbell Logan, Lucas Swanchera, Benjamin Broik, Gary Luo, Austin Ramos, Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. Will their department representative please step forward? Sydney Lee, Madeline Jackson, Lorenzo Braga, Talia Glinberg, Olivia Clowers, El Mubarak, Isabella Chow, Margaret Jean Fravel, Chayeng Tony Mua, Yasmin Al-Rumi, Adam Seawich, Amelia Jacobson, Nora Engbring, McKenna Faber, Kathleen Downey, Luke Bauer, Julia Emilia Toledo, Eunice Tong, Cody Sweet, Alexander Rice, Luka Stojakovic, Bennett Olson, Sydney Anderson, Maxine Fleming, Sarah Jeske, Chloe Pavlicek, Allison Janik, Zachary Munson, Lon Yang, Austin Tinky, James Harmon, Jake Radach, Marlon Oviedo Alfonso, Bachelor of Civil Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Mikai Tash, Eric Kittelson, Henry Cleaver, Soren Togo, Henry Line, Caleb Gurma, John Race, Nicholas Stephen Moore, Uyanga Batbayar, Cole Turbis, Daniel Georgiov, Johnny Kanowitz, Anna Moja, Isabel Newhouse, Sydney Jewel Dalkey, Lorelei Kuchek, Nicholas Karp, Jessica Jandora, Andrew David Miller, Braden Hetrick, Kyle Peterson, Prathmesh Premanand, Kason Ranieri, Natalie Runquist, Christina Miners, Isabella Hughley, Tobias Feldhauser, Edward Anderson, Adi Sharma, Tyler Bailey, Jameson Harris, Jonathan Day, Jacob Grziziak, Anton Torfason, Tony Smirnov, Aldo Cardoso Hilguera, Michael Kruger, Jay Lagunas, Bachelor of Computer Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Samantha Fider, Nina Jang, Sydney Killalay, Maya DeMel, Ayokanmi Bobas, Jibril Mamu, Alejandro Jimenez, Hamza Rahmoun, Pete Altier, Rodrigo Boroncle, Kevin Roshak Cabezas, Viet Anahui Tran, Hamza Bederi, Miles Olson, Alexis McLean, Chandan Shankar, Benjamin Timothy Lepak, Justin Troth, Joel Keeney, Martin Esteban Micheli, Ryan Bettini, Hunter 2, Devante Shonlamontri, Jenna Twite, Jasper Strayer, Mohammed Mumin, Irving Atzel Garcia Castellanos, Kaizan Haq, Zahra Altaroti, Faizan Amin, Marie Duda, Noah Peterson, Maichi Yang, Auel Hermias, Henry Bull Lyon, Alexander Tong, David Idy, Soren Villafan, Connor Norred Brown, George Wendry, Isaac Shue, Thomas Earl Ranala, Lindsay Maxfield, Andrew Wong, Johannes Rinaldi Venarta, Camden Magley, Alec Duval, Austin Peltz, Christopher Dixon, Cole Jager, Owen Dane, Joseph Thomas, Max Yantis, Dayalan Balasubramanian, Alexander Gabler, Robert Jeffrey Chandler, Maverick Pulsek, Lucas Chapin, Nicholas Lee Kang, Gabriel Buckman, Sean Judge, Shane Tollefson, Isaac Scherfenberg, Kyle Hennessy, Sabrina Simkovich, Richard Sartell, Vanella Dupati, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Will their department representative please step forward? Sam Bassan, Alex Brown, Kyler Robertson, Victor Radev, Nishtha Verma, Abdurrahman Hassan, Youssef Abdullah, Salah Mohammed, Adithi Maran, Arvind Maran, Aryan Padmanabhan, Adam Dyer, Mohammed Mohammed, Mahad Kashif, Jose Lara Bolanos, Will Bowmaster, Hamza Ahmed, Alex Thomas, Kena Aklilu Tilahun, Austin Bailey Kiyemba Musoki, Sahal Saeed, Mohammed Abdi Saeed, Salman Hussein, Aiden Bittner Eddy, Shady Ali, Bernie Nadi, Horon Bula, Surafiel Girmay, Caleb Yosef, Elliot Diekman, Manlok Chung, Archana Srinivas, Ishani Goswami, Rahil Sheth, Quang Pham, Liam O'Gara, Ishan J, Riyab Harti, Kasturi Siva, Varun Kolipara, Rohan Modala Valasa, Mahmoud Al-Hihi, Youngchien Chi, Johan Albrecht, Mark Friends, Aaron Meyerhofer, Ajitesh Parthasarathi, Duke Trin, Jason Guerra Reyes, William Chastek, Yoel Macbeb, Manan Chaturvedi, Sevaram Saravana Kumaran, Jose Luis Hernandez Hernandez, Somera Suwan, Teen E. Win, Peng Zhang, Luke Lopada, Noah Schlorf, Connor Rivers, Jonah Bergstrom, Shreya Chapsi, Jiaxi Tang, Kuba Kedzur, Daniel Ginsberg, Isaac Woodley, AJ King, Jimmy Pimbadabsi, Tamojit Bera, Pratham Kulkarni, Eric Kim, Niranjan Nayak, Pavel Tokarev, Ahmed Gamal El Husseini, Bernie Laird, Caden Lynn, Calvin Wynn, Benjamin Heinen, Kyle Rosauer, Rayan Yassin, Victor Pine Jr., Sayam Sanjeev Sawai, Ryan Erickson, Dylan Lyon, Manvel Eskandarian, Usa Hun, Reese Richardson, Logan John Lambrecht, Kanai Pasahanun Wood, Tom Stevenson, Koi Fan, Yajin Shin, Subin Kim, Michael Cuban, Drew Knowlton, Rohan Cherukuri, Idan Tolker, Zach Maurer, Nora Arshin Hawk, Alina Khan, Leila Mohammed, Anlei Chen, Arushi Singh, Sumaya Ali Farah, Saba Maruf, Adna Warderi, Idil Samale Samatar, Salma Shire, Ayan Mohammed, Maida Ismail, Hannah Moge, Zoe Pani, Helena and Dalama Tessema, Malachi Fick, Zachary Alavsky, Kevin Doan, Christopher Johnson, Dean Catlin, Jennifer De La Rosa, Ellie Jagnai Angamarka, Tristan Malatroit, Oluwanifemi Dean, Blake Devitt, Sean Basu, Maggie Jiang, Noor Hani, Ahmed Sameh, Joseph Mandel, William Walker, Jenna Bellafuel, Joseph Jeffrey Anderson, Luke Hoffman, Osien Imaswen, Bryn Morrow, Nikita Tooley, Christine Joseph, Charlie Paris, Hewitt Lee, Lillianne Kaler, Zoe Schmidt, Abiram Danda, Jackson Kirchner, Cole Mishi, Calvin Chow, Muhammad Ali Assad, Jack Donovan, Dylan Brady, Gabriel James Northrop, Liam Kinney, Kishan Hamasut, Carson Bachenhauer, Alex Nago, Charlie Chen, Bobby Silky, Nathan Stangler, Tisha Sava, Shri Shruti Devu, Jerry Chu, Hu Thang Pham, Phuk Tai, Dat Win, Vivian Chuang, Braden Higgins, Ryan Hendrickson, Sophie Maria Resnick, Ilana Andreev, Blake Gabriel, Elias Martinez, Amelia Cable, Desiree Mock, Casey Paulson, Preya Sisodia, Aidan Dumond, Evan Yu, Remy Piper, Bohao Liang, Yang Xia, Heyuan Zhong, Brian Vo, Jack O'Keefe, Yash Tiwari, Jack Weigel, Mark Tsai, Kyle Weatherly, Michael Verbout, Saxorn Sayanpo, Wendy Meng. Udansai Plateau Jiang. David Chen.
Peter Xu.
George Young. Nicholas Suryatai Win. Sowell Lindstrom. Jamie McCartan. Oscar Yip. Hao Yang Chen. Yimeng Zhang. Paulina Zhang. Ghazi Fahim Abrar. Johannes Muradian. Joshua Chang. Johnny Yang. Pratik Shrestha. Maxwell McDaniel. Sid McDaniel. Ayub Mohamud. William Carlson. Matthew Shui. Zachary Larson. Samuel Brider. Joel Markley. Amelia Lunning. Russell Shaver. Peter Olson. Bilal Ahmed. Chiu Shi. Jacob Christensen. Paris Pradhan. Thibaut Sacherer. Nicholas Haddad. Alex Dragomirov Mirchev. Daniel Vu. Brennan Olson. Michael Farah. Quentin Nee. Ryan Wynn. Tommy Lee. Anthony Jang. Jason Chen. Ryan Hale. Evan Dieterle. Alec Olson. Kong Meng Tao. Duncan Hugh Bradley Jolie. Jake O'Shaughnessy. Kayla Stevenson. Elizabeth Molnau. Sam Moberg. Joel Wilmot. Ethan Fizo. Gabriel Ruth. Brandon Berzeller. Raj Isakimutu. Muhil Ramesh. Dagan Berger. Gabriel Brooke-Germay Robinson. Jessica Chen. Janak Gupta. Gopesh Bajaj. Suryansh Malik. Arush Bezalwar, Garv Goyam, Shilong Xiang, Nicholas Hines, Ethan Harris, Aitan Singh, Xander McGinley, Emmett Joseph Hoverston, Ethan Jensen, Adit Munjal, Garv Arya, Pranshu Panda, Adil Arya, Manos Taneja, Purab Prashant Shingvi, Ibrahim Hassan Sofi, Aditya Krishna Sarabu, Ibrahim Mohammed Khan, John Fan, Ali Imihi, Jason Martin, Aaron Bixler, Caleb Pedersen, Anthony Pham, Nolan Wilson, Bani Singh, Daniela Ortiz, Alex Solistio, Rishabh Sean Swami, Andrew Nielsen, John Strike, Taylor Shu, Rasul Asgarzadeh, Isaac Isiko, Nipun Bhatnagar, Anirudh Krishna Kumar, Yash Sila, Krishna Ravat, Srinivas Pritham Adepalli, Kanav Gupta, Samarth, Jason Kula George, Bhuvan Sakamuru, Aditya Vinod, Sumanth Kota, Devesh Bor, Abhishek Tamala, Vikas Mulupuru, Varun Chodari Chalagundla, Victor Hofstetter, Xiajing Pei, Johnny Jiang, Isaac Burnett, Idiris Mumin, Ibrahim Fanoun, Uzair Ahmed, Yunus Ali, Syed Rayhan Hashimi, Jama Sheikh, Benjamin Sampson, Theodore Casey, Judson Hartman, Jack Moore, John Jera, Abhijit Gautamukala, Tanmay Patwardhan, Sangwi Park, Zakaria Mohammed, Ethan Dye, Monish Vandana, Brandon Lamb, Brandon Bowie, Ansh Patel, Andy Poo, Chakwan Cloud, Stefan Herman, Samuel Roberts, Divine Adatola Adefiranya, Shreya Srivastava, Alexander Diamantopoulos, Ian Vu, Arya Nair, Si Wang, Dia Thomas, Cyrus Vang, Divyesh Thirukanda, Nathan Moni, Aditya Ananda Raj, Adwin Shi, Ruik Singh Lu, Aiden Teisti, Joseph Phillips, Mary Duong, Tracy Pham, Nam Win, Abdi Nasir Abdillahi, Rohit Dam, Ryan Manhim Arvind Shamaraya, Nathan Ledoux, Parker Elftman, Andy Wynn, Xiaoji Lan, Taha Al-Nasser, Bachelor of Science in Data Science. Will their department representative please step forward? Max Swanson, Lee Song Xin, Anish Saraf, Shane Lucas Lynch, Keaton Sitterich, Aiden Giese, Mark Scanlon, Ashley Rees, Olivia Spencer, Adam Wagner, Gloria Van Lee, Kanchi Le, Joshua O'Neill, Joshua Shea, Madeline Johns, Genevieve Gray, Sarah Jane Sue Smith, Vivian Wynn, Andrea Rafaela Arifin, Ichong Chong, Alexander McHugh, Henry Hoang, Evan Meerdal, Leon Sun, Tate Giersch, Gavin Bultus, Aaron Guo, Elijah Johnson, Henry Michael, Drew Jerstad, Arlen Hagenbarth, Arnav Jain, Eli Notkin, Akhil Velagapudi, Abhid Yukumcha, Roman Luck, Sushant Janalagada, Shardul Mehal, Leo Mua, Sergio Moya, Devin Visavadia, Theodore Zimmer, Maxwell Ho, Paris, Keaton Brewer Crownhart, Adam Herbst, Matthew Ziegler, Angela Lenling, Chaudhry Rafe, Sharon Lauren Soedarto, Dina Lee, Heather Yuan, Breeden Wynn, Joshua Lundy, Gayatri Gajela, Tanmayi Boyapati, Priyanka Kopuru, Amaliga Timma, Leo Curtis, Viswa Nadimpali, Annalise Xiao, Margaret Xiao, Carter Randall, Andrew Myers, Anmol Akshat Tripathi, Julia Christensen, Yaoqing Yang, Bachelor of Science in Earth Sciences. Will their department representative please step forward? Robert Holtzman, Xavier Coolidge, Abby Newman, Aiden Teedy, Shenandoah Firstrady, Bachelor of Electrical Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Colin Berg, Dongbin Seo, Owen Matthew Hobbs, Bradley Gale, Nicholas Stenlund, Andrew Coffey, Benjamin Wienendahl, Thomas Loneman, Daniel Ben Hamdan, Ryan Schweiger, Brandon Edwin Butenhoff, Alexander Roman Kays, Ryan Fowler, Jacob Shing, Andrew McInerney, Nicholas Erickson, Aaron Olson, Deborah Johnson, Abigail Hayes, Finn Robert Hamilton, Alex Scherson, Nicholas Peterson, Seth Rosenberg, Brent Aaron Sohn, Emily Goodmanson, Omar Rahman, Abdirahman Isse, Kernesh Kaushik Arumugam Balamurugan, Helen Yu Huang, Sumaya Elmi, Anu Theresa Thelma Ade, Mitchell Saltzman, Hunter Johnson, Kevin Day, Sam O'Connor, Mason Noor, Augustus Sargent, Abdul Hakim Rahman, Sharmarka Dahir, Shamarki Ahmed, Hamza Qasim, Adnan Bar, Davian Figueroa Guerrero, Tyler Hansen, Carlos Thug, Tanner Mickey, Jackson Roser, Micah Cortez, Cole Sauer, Alan Fleming, Joshua Kang, Jivan Konidala, Jonathan Wesley Peterson, Clara Hahn, Clayton Horstman Olson, Bachelor of Environmental Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Maria Hansen, Caitlin Henriksen, Ali Swanson, Kaylee Kelton Brun, Christine Teichen, Lance Anderson, Timothy Ekblad, Arthur Bachorik, Riley Olson, Sydney Weinholzer, Caitlin Helen Hayes, Hassan Sheikh Mohammed, Bachelor of Science in Environmental Geosciences. Will their department representative please step forward? Celia Lee Cortopassi, May Abraham, Katie Clements, Olivia Yeski, Taylor Olson, Bryn Miller, Bachelor of Geoengineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Emily Catherine Harold, Bachelor of Industrial and Systems Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Jack Eilenfeld, Graham Eggerman, Kate Sam, Madison Garber, Peyton Hummus, Cole Marcus Graham, Henry Major, Cameron Price, Connor Graff, Ajaydeep Singh, Chase Trugestad, Joseph Gigliotti, Damon Grizek, Robert Weber, Sydney Roswell, Madeline Engel, Abigail Neuheisen, Allison Albrightson, Eloise Thompson, Mira Arvind, Jakob Zeller, Maximilian Epsky, William Edward Kreisa II, Simeon Pomeraning, Dylan Sunmore, Luke Brown, Andrei Tarakanov, Khalil Danidina, Connor Bogdan, Patarapong Santiwararak, Max Larson, Owen Piper, Edward Easton, Jackson Jaffe, Carter Peterson, Dominic Peterson, Aaron Stelmasic, Quelia Yang, Jihee Kim, Ismahan Jama, Hannah Massard, Nathan Green, Lucas Brennicke, Thang Du, Riley Mills, Jack Sumstad, Ethan James Stone, Henry Schaefer, Justin Kim, Jonathan Efrain Vargas, Bachelor of Materials Science and Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Jessica Albrecht, John Newbern, Ashley Smith, Margaret Van Someren, Eric Fredrickson, Ashlyn Neeland, Ethan Rubin, Hagmar Tanoko Madeira, Nathaniel Thomas, Christian Herter, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Will their department representative please step forward? Peter Lochner, Sebastian Villanueva, Nathan Tran, Sumaya June Drover, Keaton Fierro, Jada Lasidi Gall, Lexi Stanton, Dongza Lee, Jack Gielis, Finn Ellett, Carter Podgorski, Liam Rudolph, Neil Namjoshi, Brady Griner, Rory Cole, Garv Kurana, Michael Foss, Iman Bromi, Akshit Arenav, Ethan Cook, Thomas O'Leary, Jack Spading, Samuel Coyle, Logan Giles, Ashton Shank, Justin Tapawan Rayford, Jack Helgett, Dylan Schuster, Alberto Hernandez Garcia, Skylar Larson, Angad Honda, Aurora Lehigh Rossiter, Kali Malak, Sylvie Easton Wrights, Tate Stern, Owen James Sutton, Gabriel Davlin, Peter Hofhansel, Amelia Rosenhammer, Emma Kaufman, Mumtaz Sheikh Mohammed, Benjamin Ma, Xavier Allen, Boyun Hu, Haley Miller, Rosemary Obst, Michael Huang, Anve Shiny Ajay, Amanda Wiley, Michael Lauren Jones, Ruemu Samuel, Jaden Meyer, Nate Krause, Alexander Heiser, Megan Averill, Maxwell Pickett, Faris Ghassan Khan, Tyler Weininger, Alex Shenton, Ryan Rector, Bachelor of Mechanical Engineering. Will their department representative please step forward? Zodik Olalekan Olayinka, William Dahlstrom, Benjamin Bagel, Lincoln Philip Burns, Thomas Peter Smith, Nolan Connors, Tate Daly, Nick Black, Urain Wan, Zichen Hu, Dylan Salber, Arsen Madanian, Samuel Edlund, Eli Katz, Anthony Landucci, Christopher Idrovo, Hunter Diller, Tony Liu, Justin Doe, Antonio Ortega Escobar, Andrew Soltis, Vincent Xiong, Jolina Vang, Zane Kelly, David Lyons, Gustav Ogring, Ashlyn Walters, Jacob Polacek, Bryson Shank, Ryan O'Connor, Matthew Theodore Gembroni, Omar Hirsey, Levon Mkhitaryan, William Johnson, Purev Alva, Zechariah Sakar, Ian Saramet, Hassan Zafir, Kurt Johnson, Tanner Wood, Nicholas DeVos, Mason Overman, Stephen Hansen, Brennan Sparks, Elijah Mirillis, Sengdao Long, Safiya Muhammad, Christopher Elver Flores, Shamrose Khan, Sharon Rosas Benitez, Brittany Pacheco Vasquez, Madigan Rios, Hudson Richter, William Henry Branchin, Gavin Raphael English, Joshua Klaus Rudenberg, Oluwateniola Adekunle Awomuti, Blaze Fixon, Michael Ruth, Min Kim, Mark Sinigaya, Abel Hans, Josephine Bouvang, Jordan Day White, Anna Phillips, Sarah Wilkowski, Julia Wong, Aidan Wang, Brady Dennerberg, Thomas Ritten, Ethan Moore, Joshua Aldrich, Matt Ward, Ben Zaev Lahiani, Jasmine Bonneville, Benjamin Strelo, Jordan Wynn, Allison Austin, Akshaya Ganesh Kumar, Alexandra Avery Chung, Alana Jensen, Sophia Konzen, Ellie Hinnenkamp, Jihan Dong, Ho Lam Cheng, Joseph McGurgan, Victor Sanchez, Nora Elizabeth Pritchard, Ingrid Hayden, Gray Colo, Carly Ernest Miller, Kyle Schultz, Emma Mann, Ella Sebo, Olivia Morgan Naring, Martina Ladich, Theodore Wilson, Nolan Cassidy, Zane Pemberton, Keaton Reed, Evan Hobday, Gabrielle LaFortune, Alex Lee, Michael Gabler, Carter Lassard, Maxwell Woodbury, Zachary Mink, Carter Shaw, Owen Robinson, Ian Masterson, Alex Dieterle, Zane Galchut Siddiqui, William McConnell, Leo Wong, Jacob Bergquist, Eric Reimers, Cameron Passon, Stephen Ellingson, Roman Miele, Eleanor Bliss McKee, Maria Sophia Berman, Renjay Teo, Samrug Narayanan, Joyce Wong, Claire O'Quinn, Lillian Rutson, Phoenix Ring, Nicholas Scott Austin, Benjamin Murray, Tyler Jost, Kyle Jaglinski, Ava Erlinger, Bear Abdelkader, Bilal Haq, Timothy Hess, Mohammed Shafiq Amirul bin Mohammed Najeb, Parker Kessler, Mike Lee, Estuardo Garcia Hernandez, Nathan O'Kee, Kyle Anderson, Jacob Bruley, John Taylor, Isaac Giesecke, Finian McCormick, Austin Gage, Jack Christiansen, Bachelor of Science in Physics. Will their department representative please step forward? Noah Friedman, John Glick, Derek Wignall, Ian Malis, Oscar Bockhorst, Sanders Hansen, Maxwell Leach, Brian Ackerman, Tanika Kuntanaprida, Meg Keena, Sarah Anderson, Ina Lopez Bennett, Lillian Swenson, Stella Christensen, Aksenia Kemenshikova, Annika Bloomquist, Nikita Roldan Levchenko, Eva Miranda Garza, Miles Koppelman, Sean Pozis, Gunther Ahrens, Nina Arleth, Nevin Tomang Lama, Jacob Rasmussen, Theodore Parker, Junha Yu, Yooni Kim, Andrew Yan,
That was awesome. That was awesome. A special shout out to all the classmates cheering for their other classmates crossing the stage. I'm very impressed, very impressed. It's exactly what Lila was talking about, everybody getting through together. I appreciate you. So please join me in welcoming, for the conferral of degrees, this makes it official, Regent James Farnsworth. So Regent Farnsworth serves as a senior program director at the YMCA Center for Youth Voice and is chair of the National Youth and Government Program Alliance. He brings extensive experience in public service, including work with the Minnesota House of Representatives and the Minnesota State Fair. In addition to his service to the university, Regent Farnsworth is deeply engaged in the community through a variety of volunteer efforts, reflecting a strong and ongoing commitment to civic engagement. A proud St. Paul resident, he has also completed coursework in human resource development right here at the University of Minnesota. So please welcome Regent Farnsworth.
Thank you, Dean Aline, and I am here with very short remarks. I'm going to make this official, and then you can go celebrate. Does that sound good? To the graduates, I extend congratulations. It is my honor to be here today, share in this wonderful moment with you, and to welcome you to the wonderful University of Minnesota alumni community. We are here to celebrate not only your academic accomplishments, but also your potential to make a positive difference in the next stage of your lives. You will be contributing to your communities, the state of Minnesota, the nation, and the world. To your friends and families, thank you for your support of these students as they've earned their academic degrees. So, here's the official part. Without further ado, will candidates please rise as you are able? Upon recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the University of Minnesota Board of Regents, I now confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified. Please take your tassel and move it to the left, as this signifies you are now an official graduate of the University of Minnesota. join me in recognizing the class of 2026 and those who have made their achievements possible. Congratulations.
All right, we're almost there. Hang in there. So congratulations, CSE graduates. As an Associate Dean, I'm so proud of all you have done and accomplished. I hope you'll come back and be a mentor to our students and participate in our alumni events, as you'll always be part of the University of Minnesota and the CSE family. We'll conclude today's events with the singing of the Minnesota Rouser. After the singing of the Rouser, graduates, please find your families and continue to celebrate with your family and friends out on the plaza. Now, please rise and join members of the University of Minnesota Marching Band in singing the Minnesota Rouser.